Welcome to the Sisters in Loss podcast, a faith-based podcast that spotlights Black women that replace silence with storytelling around pregnancy and infant loss and infertility. Black women experience miscarriage and stillbirth 4 to 5 times more likely than white women in the United States, according to the CDC and NIH. Whether you've experienced a miscarriage, infant loss, or stillbirth, are trying to conceive, or have an infertility diagnosis, you will learn about resources and strategies to heal, gain clarity, peace, and hope, and find an empowering path forward after loss. I'm your host, Erica M. Freeman, and you'll hear me interview other sisters in loss from around the world who have healed from such a painful and traumatic experience by sharing their testimonies and stories to inspire and help others turn their pain into their purpose. Storytelling is powerful. Storytelling is activism. Storytelling is healing. Now let's get started.
When you are.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello,
Thank
Erica.
you. Hi.
Hi.
I would love for you to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Share a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. So my name is Bertha Mowelle. I've studied management in real estate, but I went into finance department after my studies. That's a while ago. In between, then I got married. So I'm married and a mother as well, and I'm also a child of God. So I'm also in the spiritual world, and yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And the Lord has also blessed me a few months, well, I could say a few years ago, but I really hit it. I mean, I didn't really upright it, and to create a community for women. A community to lift up women. So we still stand up, even though trials are there, even tribulations, we still have to stand up. We don't have to break. So that's in a community that was created like a year ago. So last year we put everything into place, and God being so good. I have other resources with other sisters that I'm assisting with, and so that's something that we are putting into place.
Oh, I love that. I love that what you've done. But you have a story, a journey to motherhood, and I would love to
Yeah.
hear
So
it.
yeah.
Share with us your journey to
Okay, so my
motherhood.
journey as a motherhood. So I became a mom for the first time in 2009. Let me just get the date correct. In 2009, that was the first time I became a mom. Really, like everyone, a traumatic moment, but then also a beautiful moment. You don't know in what you're stepping into. Yeah, so the unconditional love, the uncondition that goes through. So growing up with him, I was thinking to myself, why do I want to add another child? I felt that it was enough love, but I said, why? Okay. Okay, having another child, it became a bit. I had like a little bit of fertility issues. So, but after, so the difference is between 4 years, 4 years difference, and then I had a second child, a boy. So I had two sons, and I always wanted a mini me. And then third time, so I got pregnant. We are using fertility. So I could say that I got pregnant. I can just tell you the whole story. In 2017, that was my positive test. I was so happy. I didn't want to know the gender, so I just went on with the pregnancy. Now I'm going to talk about that famous 20th October 2017. That famous 20th October was a day that everything broke. Losing my daughter, so she was a girl. Losing my daughter, her name was Meline, really broke me in a way I can't even put into words. It broke me as a person. Until now, I don't think I'm the same person. Like I said, I carried two boys, and carrying my daughter felt like a promise from God. But at 19 weeks, my water broke prematurely, and then everything went kind of spiral. But in between, they could still keep my baby inside me in utero. So I had to be better on bed rest. I was going in and out of hospitals. I went into prom. So they call it, I think, PP prom. So that was, I went into it up to 35 weeks. And that famous 35 weeks, the 20th of October, that was the day I was supposed to be having an appointment to section my, so to put an appointment, sorry, for my C-section, because the baby was placed in like in the banana. He was not, the head was not on the, coming to into the canal. So I nearly lost my life. Then came the urgent C-section when I arrived to the hospital. I was supposed to be induced, like I said, but then I had the C-section, was run into ICU, completely dependent by the nurses. And when I woke up, I was like, okay, what happened? While they were taking me to the operating room, I was like, I think I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. It was so, already when I was in the ambulance, the nurse that had me had to really push the baby back in. So push the cord because the cord came out. My body was fighting, shutting down. In between when the C-section was coming out, I developed a severe infection that spread into my tubes and my gallbladder. So when I woke up, completely unaware was what's happening. I said, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" So I gave birth, I think, by 7 a.m. and I woke up at 6 p.m. So it was yeah. So that's why they said you were not waking up. You were not waking up. So when I woke up, I was with tube everywhere. I was tube fed. And then I asked, "Where's my baby?" No one wanted to answer. I was like, Jesus, what is happening? So I was waiting for a couple of hours. I know you can feel those kind of atmosphere. I didn't see my husband. I didn't see anyone. Then after that, they came back to me and tell me that, yeah, your baby didn't make it. Yeah, that was a critical, a critical moment. Um, I don't know if I have to continue or.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So how did you deal with the emotional turmoil after being told that not only that your baby had passed away, but also all the things that were going on with your body at the time?
Yeah.
Did they let you know like the trauma that you had experienced, or did you know as you were going through it?
I knew I was going through it. I really appreciate how how um the system went. I mean, how the services was not really adapted. I think so. I was put into ICU. So I was put into ICU for a moment, so they can check me because I was coming. I was going in and out. So I also I could say collapsed. So I just went off. They had to like resuscitate me once. That's why they put me on a ICU. I was completely dependent with the nurses. I mean, I, I don't even know what I was thinking. I was completely traumatic. I couldn't eat. I couldn't use the bathroom. I was just in between tubes. I didn't know what was going on. I was thinking, I didn't even attend my daughter's burial because I was in the hospital. And that really kind of sits with me really heavy on my heart right now. Which is really traumatic is that I didn't hear her cry. I didn't see her leave. I only know that she was gone. Her dad and her brothers saw her alive. When she came out, she was alive. She was trying to fight, but I didn't see that. So she became like my invisible daughter, the dream child that I never got to hold. I never had to even to speak to. When they gave me to her, she was already gone cold. And I was like, that's not my child. When I hold her, I was like, that's not mine. That was not the person that was in my womb. So I came home after a couple of weeks. I came home after the burial. I was physically weak, emotionally weak, destroyed, very angry with God, of course. Then when I came, that was the moment everyone was attending also home. And I thought that I had a panic attack. So I couldn't breathe. I also have asthma. I couldn't breathe. I was having fever, but I was feeling cold. And they had to rush me to the hospital again. And that's when they find out that I had an infection. So the infection was going really up. Is it sepsis? Yeah, so that's what I developed. They weren't telling me anything. They put you when after they took me out from the ICU, they put me in the maternity ward. So that was like the you hear baby cries. I was like, okay. and they were really not attending to me. So yeah, it was emotionally very, very, very difficult. So after I came home, I went to church. I think I went to church. I didn't want to. I said if I do not go back to church, I think I would just stop going all of a sudden, because I was thinking to myself, I think if I was someone who was not like an unbeliever, I would have said, okay, it's normal. But when you trust in a sovereign God, you just say, why did he allow that? Um, so I kind of blocked everyone in my life. I blocked my siblings. I blocked my younger brother, whom I'm very close to. I blocked everyone because I was thinking no one could understand my pain. I didn't want to be at home. I couldn't feel anything. Um, I didn't even want to carry the pain that my husband or my boys were going through. They were two at the time and seven. So a part of me, I could say, died that day. Uh, and during that time, I honestly wanted to join my daughter, even not knowing what is at there, but I was like trying to fill out the void. Um,
Mhm.
so just after that, so it was a C-section, I had to heal. But then after that, I was so into myself, I went to have an advice, a consultation with an IVF consultation. I didn't want to replace her, but it's like I need to fill the void. The emptiness the emptiness was unbearable. My husband was saying, okay, maybe you should go back to work. I don't remember how long I stayed home, maybe 3, 6, 4 months. I thought I went back to work. It was too soon for me. I ended up being laid off. I was there for 6 years. I couldn't concentrate. I wasn't myself. I was completely broken. Um, so that's how long I was broken. So I think I was really broken for a while, for like more than a year.
Yeah.
And
So
I could
what helped you? Obviously, being laid off of the job also adds to the grief, right? So
yeah,
then
yeah,
you're
yeah,
back in that spiral of, all right, I gotta, I don't have this employment now.
yeah.
I still want this baby. My arms are still
Hmm.
empty, right?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
what did you do to help you kind of get out of that stage?
So I didn't really do much. I had maybe one or two friends that was trying to assist, but I was like, okay, no one understand what I do. Before I was someone who does a lot of things. I was also into decoration, so decoration events. I stopped doing that um, stopped doing that, and my healing didn't start at church. So it started when my sister-in-law, so the younger sister of my husband, sent me a podcast of a woman who just lost her husband a year just after a year of getting married. And she got married a year. She just gave birth, and then they went on a holiday. And when I listened to her story, it really hit me. I was like, wow, it was like God is using someone outside the church walls to reach me. And I was like, oh wow, I mean that's intense. She just got married to the love of her life, and she was going on vacation with a brand new baby, and then she just lost the husband. A very young couple, and she lost her husband. Uh, I couldn't even project myself. So um that's the moment I realized that I was really dying inside. I needed someone to help me rise, even though I had my sons. But I don't know, it was really not enough. There was a moment when I was in hospital, I didn't want to see them. I was not really angry with them. It's just that I just wanted to be in my corner. I also saw that my eldest was also carrying a kind of guilt. So he also closed up. At that time, he was 7. And after some, years, he told me that because he held her as she was alive, he felt responsible for her passing, because he said, I hold her, and then she closed her eyes. So I was okay. He's going through that. I have to show up for him. So I tried in every way to get pregnant again. Um, I really tried IVF. I tried quite everything. My body was just not reacting to it. So I could say today I'm quite maybe in a healing place, and I can just maybe say I'm letting go of that dream. Yeah.
Which is
So
another part of grief, right? Like,
yeah.
I think that a lot of people think we grieve as moms who lost babies, the loss of the baby, but also there is loss of expectations all along the
Mhm.
way. Obviously, loss
Yeah.
of expectation of the baby that died, but also, grieving the possibility of not being able to have more children. And
Mhm.
that is
Yeah.
another profound loss of grief
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
to carry with us and let go. I would
Mhm.
love for you to talk about not only that, but also just really how your faith has journeyed
Mhm.
through this entire process of becoming a
Mhm.
mother, and then obviously wanting your miracle daughter and then
Yeah.
losing her, and then
Mhm.
still navigating the world after.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, I'm trying to let go of that dream. Sometimes I'm still okay doubting, but I'm really on the process of letting go. But instead of that, God has burdened me with something else inside of me. Like I was saying that I created a women's community, so that's called the Oak of Justice, and that kind of rebuilt me. So it's community that rebuild ruins to work with broken women to help them to be restored. So I could say that my pain became a ministry. So it's something I could just give a little testimony. I had a close friend of mine later, I mean, that was last year, who went through the similar loss. So she got pregnant also with a girl, and she came to me for help. She just said she was talking to me of her problem. She was coming crying, and I didn't really feel qualified to help her. I was like, I'm not even healed enough. But she also I was going through with her. I was calling her, trying to encourage her, telling her it will be okay. I mean, God has something planned for you. So I was really trying to, I mean, take her off her pain. And later on, I heard that she told another friend that we have in common that what I told her and what I said to her really helped her so much to get through the journey today. And today, by the grace of God, she's a joyful mother of twin girls. So the Lord has blessed her. And while she was in the labor room after she gave birth, she just called me, "The babies are here, the babies are here." She was still really covered with blood. And that really, I mean, that reminded me that God can use shattered people. It can even use you
Absolutely.
in your I mean lowest moments. I was like, there's nothing I can give her. I can't even do anything for her. But she felt that maybe one word that I told her really compensated her.
I love
Hmm.
that. And I love that
Yeah.
you turn your pain into purpose and into ministry because
Yeah.
God definitely birthed something within you, even
Hmm.
in your loss. So
Yeah.
I love the work that you're doing in
Yeah.
Belgium, y'all. I know you all hear her accent. She's in Belgium. We have sisters-in-laws all around the world. I'm so
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
I would love for you to share just some encouraging words for those
Hmm.
who are still on this journey
Hmm.
to become mothers in 2026,
Yeah.
want to grow their families in some kind of
Hmm.
way, or maybe giving up, relinquishing that dream and they're still on this journey of healing. Because I always say that, for a lot of us, a lot of the work that we do it because it is a part of our healing journey. So like
Yeah.
like you started the Oak of Justice just because that is
Hmm.
a way of making sure people know that you're wounded as well. And we're okay
Hmm.
with showing our wounds
Yeah. Yeah.
in certain safe spaces. So I would love for you
Mhm.
to leave our listeners with encouraging words.
Okay, so first of all, when that happened in 2017, um, I mean, people will continue to have babies, people will continue to get married, people will have continue to give birth, and there's something that I said to myself. I mean, the only thing I said to myself, I said, please, God, remove that pain of getting envious or jealous, or when I see a pregnant woman that I feel hatred or those kind of emotions that come with, oh, why is she pregnant and not me? Why can she and not me? I just told the Lord to remove that from me and that I could also hold babies because I mean, at the beginning, it's like I don't want to see any baby. I don't want to see any pregnant woman with me. But then I told God, I really don't want that spirit going around with me, and that's the first thing that he really took out for me. So I could hold babies. I was also praying with women that were pregnant. I was also, I mean, leading them. And if I could speak to a grieving mother today, I would say, in all things, we have to thank God. Not because the pain is good, of course not, but just because He's close to the broken heart. The word says that grieve, cry, vent, talk to someone. I didn't. But when the Lord said that He's close to the broken heart because He knows that you are in pieces. He knows that you are brokenhearted, and that is when He is there. I didn't talk to anyone, and I regret it. I should have maybe talked to a counselor or someone, or see a specialist. But if that grieving woman can, she must, and also pray, please, and also pray but not a perfect prayer, because you are shattered, you are completely broken. You don't have to come up with a structure, but just to cry out to God as what you're feeling. Be honest. And through the healing, I mean, healing is not forgetting. That's something also I would have said. Healing is learning to breathe again. Healing is really restarting another life, because something has been broken in you. So you are quite new to that kind of life, that a circumstances that you have to live with.
I
Yeah.
love
So
it. Healing
mm,
is learning to breathe again. I
yeah.
love it. Thank you so
Mhm.
much
Yeah.
for your encouraging words,
Mhm.
Bertha. Where can we get in contact with you or learn more about the ministry you started? I know a lot of people
Mhm.
would love to hear more of your story.
Okay, so we are on Instagram for now, TikTok not yet. Very new also to all the social networks, so I have someone taking care of the page. Thank God. So we are called the Oak of Justice. For now, it's in French, but I think I have to open up to the English community as well. So here in Belgium, we speak French and Dutch.
Yes.
I'm from origin from Ghana, that's why I speak English.
I think you were, when your name came up, I was like, oh yeah, she must be Ghanaian.
Oh, okay.
I love Ghana.
And where are you from?
No, I'm from the States.
Oh, okay,
I'm from
okay.
the States,
Have
but
you been to
I've
Ghana
been to
before?
Ghana twice. I've been to Ghana
Oh,
twice.
okay.
Yeah.
Love the country, innit?
Love the country.
Yeah,
Love the
yeah.
people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we are from there. The community is growing as well. We are in a group of 4 women, so we are helping out women. We try to have workshop also to talk about how to raise women, the mental charges, how to also develop how not to be stressed as well, as mother, as a wife, as a woman of an entrepreneur, or all kind of thing that's happening, and how to try to also take our rules, but we have 1,000 rules, but how to slow down. That is normal. If you want to slow down when you are doing your cleaning, you don't need to clean in an hour your whole home, but you can just take some pieces and pieces, and how to also with your friendship as well. So all those things we are talking about. So sometimes you have some friendship that are also nice and are willing to help you, but those are the people that are sometimes bringing you down even without knowing. So we are just trying to help the personal development. Yeah, so that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Bertha, for being on the podcast. And
Thank you for having me.
absolutely. And we'll talk soon.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. For show notes, go to sistersinloss.com to stay connected with us and join the Sisters in Loss community and receive my weekly newsletter. Please go to sistersinloss.com/newsletter. That is sistersinloss.com/newsletter. Please rate and review this episode, and I will talk to you next week.